There's a lot of innovation going on in the space right now, and I think that that's probably the single biggest takeaway. And nobody has any solution entirely figured out from start to finish, and it's going to continue to be a challenge for everybody to figure out how the ecosystems are developed, how the products are going to fit in, what wallet's going to work, what our consumers going to want. So I think that's the key takeaway. Innovation is really driving this, but it's still going to be a bit of work before people figure out what's going to be the final SKU of products that are going to actually fill the marketplace.
I definitely think we would have mirrored a lot of the opinions, particularly around customer experience. So there was a lot of talk around the fact of getting it right for the customer, and the rest will come after, and focusing on the technology later. And that's really the approach that we take, and a lot of the thought process that's going behind our strategy as well.
There's a lot of work still to be done, but we've got the players coming together now here in Canada to make it happen in order to make sure that mobile money can take off here in Canada. And it's organizations and like DonRiver and events like this that are actually bringing us all together to make sure that we move forward.
I think actually the mix of people here today is the perfect mix of who would benefit. I mean, we have those in the tech industry, we have financial, we have consultants, we have service providers. I think where we were missing, and we heard that a lot today, was around the merchant. And that's sort of the gap of figuring out how to bring them into the mix from a mobile perspective.
There needs to be more focus on the acceptance side, and we're so focused on the consumer side and how do we enable the consumer to take payments, but how do we enable the merchant to accept payments? There's a tremendous opportunity to focus on mobile payments in terms of how do we help customer engagement, how do we work on line busting solutions, how do we change the entire payment acceptance experience. Not so much about NFC. NFC is just a way to make that transaction happen, but really with mobile there's so much opportunity to really change the landscape of how payments take place.
I always marvel at how the Canadian mobile payments community really is just motivated to work together. How you have the banks, the card associations, you have the vendors, everybody's working to make payments better for the Canadian public and to make Canada a better place. And I've been around the world and I really don't see that in any other country. The cooperation in Canada just, even though I expect it, I marvel at it every time I see an event like this with everybody in the room.